Welcome to the OHSAA.
Yeah.
High school sports is a way of bringing communities together. However,
Yeah, that's perfect.
Parents and other adult fans is tarnishing that experience. This is why the National Federation of State High School.
Boys State Tournament Basketball. Welcome to Dayton, Wright Center. Wright State University, the Nutter Center is the scene for the Boys State Basketball Tournament here on a Friday in Division 7, and it's Hillsdale's first ever crack at the Final Four. The Falcons take on Kalida this afternoon for a chance in the state championship game tomorrow. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Breckenridge. Back in studio, Jonathan Schilling. Final Four for Hillsdale. Never before. 3 times in the regionals in their school's history. All the way back in 1971, 55 years ago. 1990 and 2001, but they broke the seal last weekend with the heart-stopping win over Heartland Christian, 58-57 in the regional final. They meet Kalida, a long-time, well-known state power from Western Ohio and Putnam County. Kalida making another state Final Four appearance. For them, it is their 6th all-time. They have a state title to their credit. That was back in 1981. They got a regional final win over Mount Pelier, 66-53. Kalida comes in 16-11. The record not gaudy, but it's a solid ball club who was 11-11 in the regular season, playing a very good schedule, both in league and out of league. Hillsdale 20-7 has really caught fire over the last 6 weeks. The Falcons' last loss came Smithville in the league. Since that time, they have picked it up and run off 11 in a row to get to Dayton and the Final Four this afternoon. Just a short time ago, we had a chance to speak to Hillsdale coach Ben Ferguson, getting ready for the ball game. We'll take our opening break, and we will come back to Dayton right after this. Pregame continues now. We speak with Hillsdale basketball coach Ben Ferguson prior to the state semifinal. And Coach, we're here, Wright State, Dayton, Final Four. I know, great feeling, just trying to soak it all in. I know you got a game to play in about 25 minutes, but atmosphere and everything, I know, super pumped.
Yeah, absolutely. This is big for our team and our community. It's a big deal. Wonderful atmosphere. We're not used to playing these type of arenas, so hopefully we come out and play well.
Coming off of last weekend, you had the emotion settled down, obviously. How's practice been in preparation for Kalida today?
It's been great. The boys are really excited. They're confident. They feel good. We know we're playing a heck of a team. And if we come out and play well, we'll be in it late and have a chance to win. If we don't, that'll be a different story.
Kalida, as we spoke a little bit, very, fundamental. Scores down in the 40s a lot of time. Different style you're going to have to adapt to.
Without a doubt. They're very patient, very disciplined. I don't know which is better, their offense or their defense. They're a great team, and they've played a monster of a schedule. So although their record, they have 11 losses, that certainly is indicative of the quality of ball club they are.
I know you would like to get up a little bit. You can play down, but you could push tempo you want. How do you go about doing that against someone like this?
Well, we're going to try to do what we do. We rebound, we push the ball well. If we can rebound and get out and run, then I feel we'll be successful. If they are able to slow us down and get us into a half-court game, it could be a tougher night for us.
And you mentioned in the half-court, when you're on defense, they're going to make you play. It could be long possessions, and that's kind of unusual.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's unusual for who we've played. They're incredibly patient, and they wait not for a good shot, but for the best shot.
As far as you guys, big stage, big moment. I know everyone is excited. You want to play with that emotion, but within yourself. I know that can be tough sometimes.
Oh, without a doubt, it can be incredibly tough. And if I have any concern, that's what it is. I got some guys that are real competitors, and this moment really isn't too big for them. But I do have a concern they come out here and get sped up.
All right, Coach. I appreciate the time. Wish you the best this afternoon. Welcome back to the Nutter Center here at Wright State. We count down towards tip-off. We're going to be a little bit early. First game went very, very quick. Delphos St. John's pretty much dismantled Malvern, 61-32. It could have been worse. St. John's only played their starters 3 quarters. So they wait tomorrow, 4:15 start time for the Division 7 championship game. Both these teams trying to get there. Kalida, we mentioned, 16-11, Ryan Steckschulte's team. He's in his 10th year. They were coached by Dick Quartercracks, and if you know high school basketball history, he's the all-time win guy. 890 wins. Gentleman coach, 56 years, 41 of them at Kalida. So over the last 51 years, Kalida's had two coaches, Coach Kortekrax and now Ryan Steckschulte. Take a look at their team. It's a very balanced team. They score 51 a ball game. They allow 47. Normally they want tempo to be down. They play a very good schedule in a really solid league, Putnam County League. But some of the teams they played, Delphos St. John's, who's unbeaten and playing tomorrow against the winner, played them first game of the year, lost 45-30. They beat Arlington, a team that we saw at the Battle of the Berkey, by 5 early. Losses included Lima Central Catholic, Lincoln View, Patrick Henry, all quality teams. So record-wise, you kind of throw that out. The balance we've seen, nobody scores more than 11. Hard to believe. Their top player is a sophomore, Owen Grimm, 6-foot guard, sophomore. 10.5 a ball game, 80 assists, 82% from the field overall from Grimm. He's the guy who makes them go. But really, top to bottom, they have 6 guys at 5 or more. So interesting to see how they play it out today. They shoot 41% from the floor, 31% on threes, and give it up 10 times a ball game. Very few turnovers, which you would expect for a team that wants to keep things down today. How does Hillsdale pick it up if they can? Falcons coming off to 2 emotional wins in the regional over Calvert and Heartland Christian. Of course, your better players got to play well in big ball games. And for Hillsdale, Lowen Ferguson's had a really good sophomore season, to say the least. 18 points, 5 assists a game, 61 threes. So run things on the outside. And moving around the key is going to be Cale Lewis at 16.5 a ball game and his 10-plus rebounds a game. Those will be key. But Hillsdale, every starter averages at least 8 points a ball game. Troy Bennett had the big basket laid against Heartland Christian, the senior, at 8 a game. Hayden McFadden on a wing can knock down a 3 or 2. Hit a couple of big ones in the regional, 8.5. And pounding inside Knox Lewis at 11 points and 8 rebounds a game. He'll be a battler in the post. Hillsdale shoots it at 44%, 31% from 3 overall at 12 turnovers a ball game. They score 63, allow, I think, in the 60s today. That's at least rough sketch. At any point, style points don't matter anymore. Trying to get it done in the next 32 minutes is going to be the key. Hillsdale trying to get into the state championship game. They would be the first Wayne County Athletic League team to do that since Northwestern brought home the hardware in 1965. It has been that long. We've had a few. Of course, Stoughton made a great run in the 90s with 2 semis, but nobody since Northwestern has played for the championship out of the Wayne County Athletic League. Hillsdale's first appearance here in the Final Four. We'll take a break, come back, starting lineups and tip-off. Hillsdale, Kalida, and it's coming up next. I don't think they're doing an anthem. Back here in Dayton, before the starting lineups, we go to the floor. About 40 feet away, we will have the playing of our national anthem.
By the Street Quartet from Willard High School.
For young musicians with our national anthem here at the Nutter Center for this one. Let's get the starting lineups underway. Hillsdale will be the visiting team on the board. So the Falcons go first. Ben Ferguson's third season, and they come in 20-7. At one starter is going to be Lowen Ferguson, the 5'6" sophomore, averaging 18 points, 5 assists per game. Also in the backcourt, Troy Bennett, 5'10", senior, 8 a ball game for Hillsdale. At one wing, Hayden McFadden, the 6'1" senior, 8.5 a ball game for McFadden. The other wing is going to be Cale Lewis, 6'3" junior, at 16.5 per game. And rounding out the Hillsdale lineup, Knox Lewis, 6'2" junior. Knox averages 11 per ball game. Kalida, 16-11, coached by Ryan Steckschulte. Now in his 10th season. They will go this way. At one guard is going to be Owen Grimm. Grimm, 6 foot and a sophomore at 10.5 per game. Also in the backcourt, Logan Kerner. Kerner, 5'11" senior, averages 6. At a wing, Nate Cale, 6 foot senior. He averages 4.5 a ball game. Also in the starting lineup is Parker Vorst. Vorst, 6'3" and a senior at 5 points per game. And rounding out the lineup is going to be Jackson Hoffman, 6'2" senior, 7 a ball game for Hoffman. Your starting lineups here in Dayton have been brought to you by the good folks at Hubbard Insurance Millersburg, working with multiple companies to get you the best insurance to meet your needs and budget. Online, hubbardinsurance.com. One more quick break. We'll come back, tip it off in Division 7. Kalida and Hillsdale coming up next. So back here at Dayton, We're going a little bit early. I hope that didn't surprise anybody. It's a doubleheader, so unbeknownst to us, the first game went so quick they put 30 on the clock and said, you know what? We're going. Both teams are out, they're ready, and I'm sure they're anxious to get things underway. Player of the game this afternoon brought to you by Illusion Screen Printing, specializing in screen printing and embroidery and sublimated apparel. Downtown Worcester and online, illusionscreenprinting.com. So Hillsdale, the road and navy blue uniforms with the gold numbers and letters. And Kalida is in the home whites with kind of the cardinal red numbers and letters and the gold trim and piping. Final four, D7, second semifinal underway. Tap control by Hillsdale. Here we go. Straight man-to-man by Kalida. Ferguson up top to Bennett high on the right. Bennett with a basketball over a screen, looking for Cale Lewis, not there. Back out front to Knox Lewis. Give it to McFadden on the deck to the foul line. Step back, looking, bounce down low. Knox Lewis turns into the middle, back out front. McFadden right of the key. Turns, shoots from there, up and in. Hayden McFadden has the opening field goal of the afternoon. Down the floor, here comes Kalida. Owen Grimm, the point guard, and he's guarded by Cale Lewis. That's a big matchup on the Hillsdale defensive end. Hillsdale would like to slow Grimm up. Up top with it is Kerner. Over on the left sideline, give it to Conley. Conley, the senior, drop it down low into Hoffman. Hoffman waits, turns, right hand into the middle, turns on Knox Lewis, double team, needs help. Back up top, give it to Grimm. Top of the key, three-point line, and a bounce down low, open inside, and knocked loose and out of bounds. It'll stay with Kalida. Kalida had 3 or 4 looks if they wanted, but didn't really want to pull the trigger. They will be deliberate in the half court. Hillsdale said we have to be patient and play long stretches of defense. Basketball out top, Kalida with Grimm. Right of the key, comes into the middle, stop, turn, and pass stolen away by Bennett. Bennett got a steal. Hillsdale up 2-0. We played a minute 10. Into the forecourt basketball. Bennett up top, Ferguson on the left. Ferguson left sideline, McFadden. McFadden guarded by Grimm. Whipped it across the floor. Cale Lewis, top of the key, turn, put it on the deck. Into the corner, pass tip loose, stolen away. Down the floor comes Hoffman. Hoffman bouncing to Grimm, laid it up, but he missed it. Rebound, Hoffman got double team, missed the shot. In the rebound, Lewis. Cale Lewis, long outlet pass, threw it away. Stolen away by Kerner. Kerner the other way, bounce inside, and Lewis blocked the shot of Colley and out of bounds. Good block by Cale Lewis to save what looked like an easy hoop. 2-0 Hillsdale. 6:12 opening quarter. Grimm will lob it up top and give it to Kerner. Kerner the basketball near the top of the key, high on the right to Grimm. Kalida averages 51. Gives up 47. Left sideline, open Kerner. He'll try a three, and he hit it from the left wing. Kalida, 18 three-point attempts per ball game. They're 31%. And Kerner's threes his 28th of the year. Kalida picks up full court man. Ferguson across the timeline, guarded by Kerner up top and on the left. McFadden with it, over a screen. McFadden to the right wing, spins down low, put up the runner, off the wing, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds, and it goes back over. No, it should be Hillsdale, I do believe, yeah. Referee pointed the wrong way, realized it. Hoffman did slap it out of bounds, so Hillsdale will keep. Falcons on this sideline will have Bennett throw in. And Troy up top, Ferguson top of the key. And Ferguson's long three went up off the front of the rim, and the rebound. Cale Lewis back up and in. Averaging 11.5 boards. He gets his opening 2-4-3. Hillsdale, 5:15 opening quarter. On the sideline on the right goes Vorst. Parker Vorst with the basketball. Whip it up top and give it off to Colley. On the left wing, Grimm goes down low, put it up, blocked away. Second block by Cale Lewis. Ferguson whips it up the floor, wide open. McFadden laid it up and in. Hillsdale beat Kalida down the floor and leads 6-3. Hillsdale would love to push tempo if they could. Opening 3 minutes of the ball game. High on the right side, basketball to Hoffman. Hoffman up top and to the right corner. Driving, turning, nowhere to go. Colley back up front, three, firing Kerner. This one short, air ball, out of bounds. Opening substitutions, both for Kalida. Gavin Lease, a 6'1 sophomore, and Paul Steckschulte, a 6'4 sophomore. 4.5 in the opening quarter. Hillsdale's hit 3 of their first 5. Kalida just 1 of 4. Into the forecourt basketball. Up top with it, Ferguson. Ferguson over a screen by Knox Lewis, left wing. Got it poked loose. He got it back out front. McFadden will fire a 3 off the rim. Twice and it went in. Got a kind bounce, and Hillsdale pops out to a 9-3 lead. McFadden's 18th 3 of the year. Back out top of the basketball, swinging on the left, and it's Grimm on the left wing. He'll dribble baseline. They double team him. Cross court pass to Lease, and Lease got fouled. Reach in by Ferguson to pick up the whistle on Hillsdale. Hartley's Auto Repair, the place to repair your car for dealership quality work at value-driven prices. With veterans and civil service workers getting generous discounts. They're located off Lincoln Way East in Worcester. And basketball back up top. Kalida on the right wing with Hoffman back up front. Give it to Kerner. Down low, posting up Steckschulte, and a whistle. And from behind, McFadden banged into him to pick up the personal foul. So McFadden's first is the team's second in the opening quarter. 3:48 to play in the opening period. Hillsdale's out to a 9-3 lead. Inbounding on the right wing, and a quick 3 line drive, no good by Lease, but the rebound Steckschulte. Gave it to Grimm, he put it up, and it got blocked by McFadden, rebounded by Cale Lewis. Ferguson up the left sideline to the forecourt on the top of the key. 3.5 in the opening quarter. Ferguson drives, got it blocked from behind, went right to Lewis, right place, right time. He threw it up and in, and timeout Kalida. Hillsdale 11-3 to start. 3:28 opening quarter, back to Dayton after this. 2. Couldn't be much better start for Hillsdale. They're up 11-3. They've hit 5 of 8 with a 3. And Kalida 1 of 7 to start with a pair of turnovers. Kalida ball out of a timeout. Grimm on the right wing with it. Grimm the ball outside the 3-point line. Looks and will lob it to the foul line. Bad pass. Tipped away, but Steckschulte recovers on the wing. Bouncing down low. The driving layup off the rim. No good. And a whistle and a rebound and a held ball. Steckschulte went down hard for Kalida. He's helped up. Wildcats keep it on the alternating arrow with 3:02 to go in the opening quarter. The winner gets Delphus St. John's, which blew away Malvern 61-32 in the opener here in D7. And St. John's honestly didn't play a starter at all in the fourth quarter. They cruised. And they are 28-0, awaiting the winner tomorrow at 4:15 at UD Arena for the state title. Inbounding will be Kalida baseline to the right. They flip it into the wing to Lease. Lease dribbling up top and give it to Kerner. Kerner top of the key. Waits and Grimm comes to get it. Grimm in the middle of the floor. Kalida 1 of 8 to start. Up top is Lease. Bouncing middle of the key. They drop it inside. Now left wing. Kerner's 3 went up off the rim. No. And the rebound McFadden. He got it knocked loose, and they're going to call a foul on Grimm. Reach-in foul. First foul of the quarter on Kalida at 2:39. Cody Recker will check in off the Kalida bench. Normally they play 9. They've already played 8 in the opening quarter. Hillsdale has really tightened up the rotation. We'll probably see Jake Haven maybe, and maybe Porter Borman, I'm guessing, unless there's foul trouble. Bennett high on the right into the forecourt, threw it away. stolen by Gavin Lease. He races down the floor and slams it in with 2 hands. So that'll get Kalida going a little bit. Hillsdale still up 11-5. Into the forecourt, Ferguson. Driving in the middle with a key, dropped it down low. Great pass, and Knox Lewis was fouled. So Lewis will go to the line off the pretty dime from Ferguson. And will shoot a pair with 2:13 to go in the opening quarter. Foul shots for Hillsdale will be the first of the ball game by either team. And Knox Lewis free throw, it rattled around and went in. Hillsdale is a team just 62%, a number they really don't like, but 1 for 1 today. Knox Lewis 53% overall from the line, and he hit both. So Hillsdale stretches the lead to 13-5. 2:10 to go in the opening quarter. Into the forecourt. Up top with it. Basketball to Recker. Recker spins, covered up, needs help. High on the right, Steckschulte. Whipped it to Grimm, middle with a key, bounced down low, and great recovery. And a little turnaround shot, missed an easy one, was Remlinger. Blake Remlinger had a snowbird inside, and he put it up too strong. Left sideline, Cale Lewis. Cross court into the corner to Bennett. Bennett with 1:45 in the opening quarter. Hillsdale by 8, 13-5. Up top with it, McFadden on the right. He'll put it on the deck, drive down low to the hole, laid it up, missed it, and the rebound out of bounds, and will stay with Hillsdale. Well, we'll let you know that Mass Lepley, your farming and estate management headquarters, features Ventrac, Ferris, Bobcat, Honda, and Vortex Power Equipment, Milwaukee Power Tools, and Carhartt Clothing and Footwear. Mass Lepley, your hardware in the country. McFadden, right wing 3, and he drained it. Monster opening quarter for Hayden McFadden. 2 threes. He's got 10 of Hillsdale's 16, and they lead by 11. McFadden came in 8.5 a ball game, but feeling it this afternoon. Kalida is 2 of 11 from the floor. A disastrous opening quarter for the Wildcats. Grimm into the right corner. Lease will try another 3, and he hit this one. Gavin Lease, 31 threes. That's leads Kalida on the season. 16-8 in favor of Hillsdale. We're down to 50 seconds in the opening quarter. Left corner, Knox Lewis. Whipped it into the middle, pass deflected, and stolen away. Grimm with the steal down the middle of the floor. Bounce to the right, the layup left hand up and in by Cody Recker. 5 in a row by Kalida. Back to within 6. 35 seconds in the quarter. Into the forecourt, Ferguson. Kalida fans across the way. First opportunity to really get up. McFadden, 20 seconds in the quarter. Cale Lewis on the right wing, spins, went inside, put it up and in. Off the glass. He's got 6. Hillsdale by 8, 18-10, 10 seconds in the opening quarter. Into the forecourt, Grimm. Top of the key, right wing, Lease, another 3, up, good. 3 seconds, Hillsdale on the backcourt, throw it away, shot at the horn, no good by Recker. That might have been big. It got really exciting late, end of a quarter in Division 7. Hillsdale 18 and Kalida 13. Back to Dayton after this. (18-13) Hillsdale after a quarter. Kalida got a little bit of offense late, but Hillsdale 7 of 11 in the opening quarter. Kalida 5 of 14. Hillsdale 2 of 3 from 3. Kalida was 3 out of 6. Kalida basketball to start the second. And at the foul line, Parker Vorse back in. Give it on the right wing, Gavin Lease. Lease give it to Grimm. Grimm right at the key, backdoor cut, reverse layup, up and in off the glass, Logan Kerner. Kerner has 5. Gavin Lease had 8 to lead Kalida. Hayden McFadden 10 to lead Hillsdale. Little half-court trap set up by Kalida. Into the forecourt, Bennett. Bennett cross-court on the right, Ferguson. His long 3 went up off the rim, no good. Rebound tapped and a control by Lease. He'll run into the forecourt. The bounce is a bad pass thrown away. And Hillsdale 2-on-1 the other way. Knox Lewis put it up, missed it. Rebound Lease. Back over to Kalida. If we've seen anything down here in Dayton, they're going to let you bang a little bit. Overall, right wing Lease, another 3. This one is a line drive, no good. Rebound tap, loose, and went over to Knox Lewis, and then he got tied up. The arrow will keep it with Hillsdale as Hoffman took it away from him. So Hillsdale by 3, 18-15. Hillsdale bolted out to an 11-point lead at one point, but a late stretch got Kalida back into it. Kalida has substituted liberally, really, in the opening 9 minutes. Meanwhile, Hillsdale, you got the Iron 5 out there. Basketball Ferguson, top side, Knox Lewis to give it to McFadden. Cross-court Bennett, left wing, all alone for a 3, in and out. And the rebound, Steckschulte. He'll give it off into the forecourt to Kerner. Kerner across the timeline, right wing to Colley. And Colley got bumped and fouled. Reach-in foul. And they're going to call it on Bennett. That is his first. Hillsdale's got 3 fouls on 3 different guys. Kalida's been whistled for 2. 6.5 in the second, 18-15 Hillsdale. Inbounds wide open down low, layup Steckschulte. Somebody forgot about the 6'4 sophomore. And Kalida's back to within 1. McFadden to the forecourt. Cross-court Bennett, lob down low. Cale Lewis on the low block. Turn, shoots, missed it. And the rebound, Colley. Colley will run into the forecourt for Kalida. Lane to the left, stop into the right corner. Steckschulte will try a 3. That's off the rim. Rebound tapped, controlled by Kalida, but then knocked loose by Bennett, and we're going to get a held ball. Good job by Bennett to kick it loose. He and Colley tie each other up. The arrow this time keeps it with Kalida. 6:04 to go in the second quarter. 18-17 Hillsdale. And Kalida will throw in. Kalida's first appearance at state since 2009, when they were a state runner-up, losing in double overtime to Oak Hill 17 years ago. 1 title, 2 runner-ups in their long history. Out top with it, foul line, Steckschulte, baseline, reverse layup, up and in. Pretty backdoor cut for Parker Vorst. And suddenly Kalida has taken a 19-18 lead. And their fans are up over. And the basketball right wing, Bennett. Bennett with 5.5 in the half. Give it to Ferguson up top on the left. Ferguson put it on the deck. Handed behind him, Cale Lewis. Lewis on the left wing. Back up front. Give it to Bennett. Bennett with the ball, middle of the floor. And we'll back it up near the timeline. He waits. Top of the key. Over a screen left wing. Kalida straight man. Knox Lewis posted inside. Cale Lewis wide open in an easy layup. He's got 8 on the feed from his brother. Hillsdale back up by 1. 5:05 in the second. Grimm into the forecourt for Kalida. Remember, Kalida was 1 out of 9. They've hit 7 of their last 10. Left sideline, driving baseline, Colley. And lost it. McFadden stole it, whipped it down the floor to Cale Lewis, who drives and got it knocked loose, got it right back. Another layup. Cale Lewis has 5 layups and taking advantage inside for 10 first half points. Hillsdale by 3, 4:35 in the second quarter. That's why Hillsdale is shooting 53%. Good looks. Right wing is Kerner. Now basketball up top. 3 by Colley is in and out. And the rebound, Hillsdale to Cale Lewis. Ferguson will go up the right side of the forecourt. Ferguson up top over a screen. Over on the right wing, spins. And back up front, McFadden. McFadden with the basketball, put it on the deck. Middle of the floor, foul line, jumper, in and out. And the rebound, Colley. 4 minutes, second quarter, Hillsdale by 3. Colley up top and give it off to Kerner. Right wing to Grimm on the deck. Grimm drives, kick it to the sideline. And basketball to Colley inside. double team was Kerner, and a whistle and a shoving foul on Hillsdale. Hillsdale foul is going to be on McFadden, and that'll be the second on Hayden McFadden. And Hillsdale's first substitution comes middle of the second quarter. 5'9" freshman Porter Borman checks in. Bennett will leave. 3:48 in the half, 22-19 Hillsdale. Inbounding, Grimm on the left and lobbing up top to Recker. Grimm has not scored. He is the leading scorer for Kalida, nearly 11 a game. Basketball, Grimm up top, middle of the floor, being checked by Cale Lewis. Done a good job on him. A little bit taller, a little bit more physical. On the left wing, Recker over a screen, driving into the middle, into the right corner. Lease tried to get a three, wasn't there. Back down low, wide open layup, missed by Sexualty. They've missed a couple, and a rebound foul on Kalida. Kalida's had a couple of good looks and not been able to convert. And that foul will be Kalida's first in this second quarter. 3:24 in the half, 22-19 Hillsdale. McFadden will leave with the 2 fouls. And Bennett, who was down for all of about 12 seconds, checks right back into the ballgame. Hillsdale to the forecourt. Meanwhile, Hillsdale's leading scorer, Loman Ferguson, also has not scored in this ballgame to point. On the right sideline is Ferguson over a screen. Right wing, inside. Cale Lewis right to the basket. Up, in, and fouled. Right now, Kalida cannot stop him inside. Too quick for their bigs, and that's been obvious. Cale Lewis has 12. And at 6'3", he's blowing by the 6'3", 6'4" post for Kalida. Hillsdale's lead is 5. They've run off 6 in a row. The foul shot off the mark, and the rebound, Steckschulte. 3 minutes to go in the half. Hillsdale by 5. Here's Kalida. Basketball into the forecourt. High on the right, give it to Hoffman. Hoffman looked, got past Cale Lewis into the middle of the floor. Turns, nowhere to go, back up front. 3-point line, firing is Kerner. That's in and out. And the rebound knocks Lewis. 1 and out is Kalida. Rebound battle tight, 12-11 Hillsdale. Borman up top and give it off to Knox Lewis. 2:30 in the half, Hillsdale by 5. Bennett high on the right with the ball. Cale Lewis at the foul line will drive it again right to the hole, put it up, miss this one. Kalida rebounds, and the outlet to Lease. Lease up the middle of the floor, angles to the left, will drive it to the rim, and a whistle. Shoving foul on that drive will be the third Hillsdale foul of the quarter. They're going to get Porter Borman for his first. Kilbuck Savings Bank's open on Milltown Road, serving Worcester and Wayne County. Find out what community banking's all about with neighborhood lenders Scott Morgan and Lee Fitzsimmons. Kilbuck Savings Bank, member FDIC. Hillsdale 24-19. Inbounds, Kalida down low. Shot went up and in. Jackson Hoffman again on the out-of-bounds under. Second time Kalida's gotten a layup against that Hillsdale zone. Falcons the other way with 2 minutes and a half, up 3. Ferguson up top on the right, giving to Bennett. Back to Ferguson. He put it on the deck, went to the right wing, nowhere to go. Covered up there by Kerner. Jake Haven is in for the first time. Haven back to Ferguson on the right. Ferguson on the deck to the foul line. Spins into the middle with the key. The short jumper up and in. That's his first basket of the day. Hillsdale by 5. 1:40 to go in the half. Left wing. Turning. Hoffman back up front. Lease. Lease will drive. The runner. Glass rim. No, but a foul. And they're going to get a foul call on Hillsdale, which means Gavin Lease to the line. He had 8 in the opening quarter. Hasn't scored since. He'll be on the free throw line. And this will be the first free throws of the half for Kalida. Shot up and in. And substitution, Remlinger back into the ball game. Hillsdale 26-22 the lead, 1:33 in the half. Second foul shot, no good. And basketball Hillsdale. Little three-quarter court by Kalida. Hillsdale in the backcourt. Bennett lobs topside, knocks Lewis. Give it to Ferguson on the left. Ferguson double teamed up top. Swing it around to Bennett on the right wing. Bennett with the ball, skipped it back to Ferguson, left point. Ferguson driving to the foul line. Pull-up jumper from there is good. It's 2 straight field goals for Ferguson. And Hillsdale back up 6 as we near a minute to go in the half. 107 as the ball got away. Grimm was on the bench quickly. He's back in. Hillsdale shooting it well here in Dayton. 55% at this point. And Kalida 39% in the opening half, which now has 1 minute to play. Into the forecourt is Grimm. Grimm up top with the basketball. And put it on the deck. Foul line. Turning. Backdoor cut. Layup wide open. Logan Kerner. Kerner with 7. Little Princeton action by Kalida. 45.5. Hillsdale in the backcourt with Bennett. They lead by 4. Bennett looking, still in the backcourt. Ferguson and a 10-second call. Hillsdale took too long. Not many turnovers in the opening half. That's 5 on Hillsdale. 4 has been committed by Kalida. 38 seconds in the half. Hillsdale led by 5, 18-13 after a quarter. They led by 11 early in the first quarter before Kalida made a run to end the opening period. Up top with it. Basketball to Lease. High on the left to Steckschulte. 30.5. Kalida looks like they might take the air out of it. Hoffman at the right point. Gives Lease on the left wing 20 seconds. Lease will drive it, and they step through and threw it away. Not sure where he was going, but a bad turnover, and Hillsdale now can take the final shot. 10 seconds. Ferguson on the wing to Haven. Haven whipped it cross court. Bennett. Bennett drives baseline, put up the runner in with 3 seconds. And Kalida will come to the timeline and not get a shot off. So bad way to end the half for Kalida, and Hillsdale made him pay to now have a 6-point lead to the locker room, 30-24 at the half here in Dayton. Hillsdale's pretty much let Kalida had a brief 1-point lead second quarter. Studio standing by. Little halftime news, weather, and sports standing by. Little halftime news, weather, and sports. Hillsdale and Kalida both had 5 turnovers. Hillsdale paced by Cale Lewis, big half. 12.7 rebounds for Lewis. Hayden McFadden had 10, including a pair of 3s. 4 for Lowen Ferguson, 2 each for Troy Bennett and Knox Lewis. Meanwhile, Kalida led by Gavin Lease with 9. 7 for Logan Kerner, 2 apiece for Parker Vorst, Jackson Hoffman, Paul Steckschulte, and Cody Recker. Hillsdale 30-24 at the half, and they get the basketball first to begin this third quarter. And the basketball up top, Falcons. Middle of the floor is Ferguson. And a long 3 by Bennett, no good. Air ball rebounded by Lewis, and he scored it again. Cale Lewis is tearing up Kalida inside. He's got a 14-point ball game. Down the floor, Kalida turning on the baseline. The reverse layup up and in by Parker Vorst. Has second field goal. Hillsdale by 6 early in the third. Kalida half-court trap into the forecourt, a whistle, and what do we have? An over and back call on Hillsdale. Said that little pressure has caused a couple of Hillsdale turnovers. 6 for the ball game. The winner gets Delphos St. John's, who knocked off Malvern 61-32. And into the middle of the key, short jumper, wide open, no good by Colley. Rebounded by McFadden, down the floor on the left, and out top Ferguson. Ferguson on the right wing, Bennett's wide open. He'll try a 3, that's no good. And the rebound, Hoffman of Kalida. Into the forecourt comes Kerner. Kerner top of the key over to the right, left over the trailer, Grimm. Grimm, backdoor cut, the wide open layup by Colley up and in. Boy, a ton of backdoors by Kalida. They do that a lot. And they're back to within 4 early in the third quarter. Into the forecourt, Cale Lewis. He has been a problem for Kalida. Lewis will spin into the middle, right to the hole, and he got fouled. Right now, Kalida can't get a guy that really slows him down at this point. Lewis with 14 and 8 rebounds, and we're early in the third. And he's on the line. 0 of 1 free throw shooting to this point for the 6'3 junior. This one is up and in. Well, same name, same stability, over 120 years. The Apple Creek Banking Company, your hometown bank. 7 locations to serve you. Community banking done right. Member FDIC. Second free throw banged off the rim, no good. Hillsdale by 5 early in the third. Grimm to the forecourt. Kalida would like to get him going. He's scoreless. Came in averaging 10.5. Basketball up top and on the left, into the corner. Divorced. He dropped it into the middle. Bad pass, but Hoffman made a good recovery to save it. Hoffman dribbled into the middle. Backdoor cut, nobody there, and just threw it right out of bounds. Turnover on Kalida. They're sixth. They average 10 per game. Nutter Center, the scene for the Division 7 semifinals. Division 6 will be in here tonight with a doubleheader. Ferguson on the left with the basketball, went to the baseline, got covered up. Bennett top of the key, Lewis. Lewis will drive it into the middle, lost it, threw it away. Stolen by Vorst. Vorst down the floor on Bennett, goes into the rim, put it up short, jumper and in. Parker Vorst averaging 5 as 6. 33-30 Hillsdale, 5:50 in the third. Bennett in the backcourt across the timeline, he comes up top. Picked up the dribble and a whistle and a little reach-in foul. They're allowing you to do a lot of bumping, even some hand checking, but every now and again somebody's going to get an arm, little shiver, and that won't work. And that's what Colley did as he picked up his second. 5:43 in the third. Hillsdale by 3, 33-30. They've led almost every second of this. Matter of fact, Kalida led for all of 1 minute in the first half. Ferguson up top and bouncing. Bennett comes to get it at the right point. Bennett on the deck. Ferguson right wing, trailed by Kerner. Went baseline. Double team wide open. Knox Lewis, and he laid it in. That's a good find by Ferguson. Knox Lewis has 4. Into the forecourt. Grimm on the right sideline. Gave it off to Steckschulte. And he's going to try a 3, and he hit it from the right sideline. Steckschulte, his 14th 3 of the year. Second basket in the ball game. And a whistle. And we're going to get a quick foul on Kalida. Trying to press right after the hoop. So already 3 quick fouls on Kalida in 3 minutes of this third quarter. Hillsdale by 2. That foul, by the way, was on Steckschulte, his first. Ferguson on the right wing. Dribbled over to the sideline, went to the baseline, pull up jumper from there, short, and the rebound Grimm. Grimm covered up by McFadden in the backcourt. Will beat him up the right sideline, and then McFadden bumped him. McFadden tried to get away. Grimm smartly went across the timeline and then threw on the air brakes, and McFadden bumped into him from behind. And McFadden's the only guy that Hillsdale worrying about. He's got 3 fouls now. Midway through this third quarter, Hillsdale by 2. But Hayden stays out there with 10 points. Grimm near the top of the key with the ball. Look, middle of the key. Steckschulte, wide open, short jumper, missed it. Barely hit the rim. Rebounded by Knox Lewis. Into the forecourt, Cale Lewis on the right. And whipped it back up front. McFadden dribbling down low. The runner inside, blocked away and out of bounds by Hoffman. Hillsdale will keep baseline to the right. 4:26 to go in the third. 35-33 Hillsdale. And quickly back in comes Cody Recker off the bench, giving Kerner a rest. Kalida 16-11 through that difficult schedule. Hillsdale 20-7. Lob it up top to Cale Lewis on the right. McFadden in the middle of the floor with it. McFadden will give it to Ferguson, who comes to get it high in the middle. In the logo here at Wright State. Ferguson over to the left wing. Now looking inside, dropped it down low. Knox Lewis back to Ferguson. Left baseline, back into Lewis. Back out front, Cale Lewis. He'll drive it right to the hole, lost it, and the ball recovered by Kalida. And in the backcourt, Grimm, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Hillsdale. And if that's McFadden, it's his 4th. Bad place, bad time. He was just kind of standing there. So 4 fouls on Hayden McFadden, who will now have to leave, as back in comes Jake Haven. Hillsdale by 2 midway through this third quarter. 3:58 to play in the period. And into the forecourt comes Grimm. Grimm, basketball up top, over a screen, and lost it, but it recovers on the right. Now dribbles all the way to the hole. A tough shot went up, no good. And the rebound, Cale Lewis again. Grimm has yet to get on track. He hasn't scored. Left wing, long 3 by Ferguson, no good, but a rebound, Cale Lewis again. Into the middle, got it knocked loose, stolen away. Good hands that time by Rucker to knock it loose. Grimm the other way to the forecourt. Top of the key, Steck Schulte on the left. Talked to Ben Ferguson. He said he wanted to control Grimm, who drives down low, put it up and in, and got fouled. Hillsdale has done a great job on that, and that's his first field goal of the afternoon. And will be on the line with a 3-point chance. Tie ball game with 3:16 to go in the third. Kalida from the foul line today, just 1 out of 2. That's it. Hillsdale's only taken 5. They're 3 of 5. Free throw is good. The 1-point lead that Kalida has now is what they had in the second quarter, about the 5-minute mark, briefly. And then Hillsdale would score at the other end, and they've pretty much led throughout. High on the right is Bennett. Bennett with the basketball. Cale Lewis at the foul line, turning. He'll shoot from there, around the rim and out, but the rebound knocks Lewis. Put it back up, and a foul call. Hillsdale starting to enjoy a bit of an edge on the glass. 20-15 rebound advantage for the Falcons. Knox Lewis, 2 of 2 from the line, has 4. Will shoot a pair with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Foul shot, no good. Mac Oilfield Service wishes the very best to the Hillsdale Falcons today. Their service provides hauling, dirt work, and oil field maintenance across the region. Best of luck from everyone at Mac Oilfield Service. Lewis, one more line right. Second free throw is good. And a whistle. And we're going to get another foul. Second time we got a quick foul after a shot. Haven's going to get this one. So he just picked up a foul, which will bring Porter Borman back up and in. Foul on Haven is third. Both teams with 4 team fouls here in the third quarter with 3 minutes to go in the period. We are tied at 36. Hillsdale led by 5 after a quarter, led by 6 at the half. Into the forecourt, Grimm. Grimm top of the key with the ball, down low to the right sideline. Steck Schulte's 3, no good. Rebound, Kerner left of the key. Kerner pivots, turns up, and he got fouled. So Logan Kerner will go to the line. Troy Bennett will pick up the foul. That'll be his second for Hillsdale. Kerner, 7 points. All of them came early for the 5'11 senior. And line to the left. And the foul shot is woefully short. I don't think Logan likes being at the line. He's 45% from the line. Some kids just really uncomfortable at that stripe. One more line to the left with 2:44 to go in the third. Gavin Lease back in for Kalida. Kerner's next free throw is good. Drained that one. So he now has 8. Hillsdale to the forecourt, 2:35 in the third. Kalida by 1. Up top, Borman, middle of the floor. Borman high on the right to Bennett. Bennett with the basketball, put it on the deck. Drove it to the right wing over a screen by Cale Lewis, trying to get it back to him, and he does. Lewis, cross court, wide open, Borman. He'll try a 3. That's short, an air ball out of bounds. We'll go back over to Kalida. Hillsdale 4 of 13. Remember, they got hot early because Bennett hit a couple of 3s in the first quarter. But now 4 of 13 on 3s. Kalida just 2 out of 9. 2:10 in the third. Kalida with the ball up 1. Grimm up top with it. Put it on the deck. Top of the key to the foul line. Nowhere to go. Give it to Kerner. Kerner will drive inside. Stop. Give it to Steck Schulte. And dropped it to the baseline. Bad pass, but got a break because Hillsdale touched it last, or did they? Steck Schulte threw a Nolan Ryan bullet at his teammate, and his teammate touched it last. And the basketball will go back over to Hillsdale with 1:58 to go in the third quarter. Kalida 37-36. Hillsdale in this quarter is just 2 out of 10 from the floor. Ferguson on the right wing, 3-point line, back up top, Bennett. Bennett over the left sideline. Borman top of the key with it. Borman on the deck, right wing. Drop it into Cale Lewis. Posted right of the key. Turns into the middle, put up a shot short. Rebound tap, controlled by Kalida. Gavin Lease with the ball. We're stuck on 37-36. A minute and a half in the third. Basketball back up top is Grimm. Mentioned Hillsdale, 2 of 11 now. Kalida has hit 5 out of 9 in this quarter. That's how they've gotten back into it. On the right wing, Kerner. Kerner on the deck into the middle. Kick it to the driving Steck-Schulte, but he missed a wide open layup. Nobody was there. Rebound Hillsdale the other way. Up top with it, Borman. A minute to go in the third. Borman on the left wing with the basketball. Covered up. Give it off to Ferguson. Ferguson on the sideline. Went baseline. Wide open inside, but he missed it. And the rebound controlled Steck-Schulte. Both teams have tightened up in the quarter. Grimm to the forecourt. 40 seconds. And Lease, a long three, and he hit it from the right sideline. Gavin Lease, third three. Kalida by 4 with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Into the forecourt, Ferguson. Ferguson up top and on the right. Give it to Borman. Borman middle of the floor. 25 seconds. Bennett high in the left with the ball. Bennett on the deck near the three-point line. Bouncing to Knox Lewis. Back out top, Bennett. He's going to try a three. That's off the rim, and the rebound into the corner, out of bounds. Back over to Kalida with 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Big third quarter by Kalida. They lead by 4. They trail by 6 at the half. Kerner with the basketball. Off to Grimm. And he'll run into the forecourt. 8 seconds. Grimm, top of the key. Put it on the floor. Lost it. Rolling around. Grimm has it. Ball rolling loose. And there's the horn. End of 3 here in Dayton in the D7 semifinal. Kalida 40. Hillsdale 36. Back after this. We head to the fourth quarter here in Dayton. Kalida 40, Hillsdale 36. Kalida 16-6 outscored Hillsdale in that quarter. Falcons really had a tough time in the period as they hit just 2 out of 12 shots. Kalida, meanwhile, banged in 6 of 11. Kalida ball to start the final period. Basketball driving down low, wide open inside, an easy layup up and in by Blake Remlinger. That's his first basket of the ball game. Kalida by 6, their biggest lead. Ferguson back the other way, Bennett on the right. McFadden's back in with the 4 fouls. Hillsdale's got to get him on the floor. He's played well. He's got 10. Ferguson up top, left elbow. Now to the foul line. Turn around, jump shot up, no good, but a foul call. So Ferguson will go to the line and shoot a pair. Ferguson, 2 field goals with 4. His first trip to the line today. Well, take advantage of great pricing on Cub Cadet mowers at Sterling Farm Equipment's mower sale. It's going on throughout the month at their Worcester, Sterling, and Millersburg locations. Free throw by Ferguson, airborne and good. Good foul shooter. Very good, 83%. Second one good. Kalida by 4, just underway in the fourth quarter. And into the forecourt, high on the left side with the basketball, Kerner. Up top, stolen away, Cale Lewis. A wide open layup up and in. 17-point ball game for Cale Lewis. And Hillsdale right back in it, down 2. Kalida with a careless turnover up top. They now have committed 8. And a whistle and a timeout, Kalida, with 7:02 to go in the fourth quarter. Hillsdale and Kalida battling for the right to meet Delphos St. John's. Kalida by 2, 42-40. Back to Dayton after this. Back here in Dayton, 7:02 to go in the fourth quarter. Kalida by 2, 42-40 over Hillsdale. Hillsdale has scored 4 straight to open up this quarter. Well, actually, Kalida got the opening field goal, and then Hillsdale 4 in a row. So a lot of activity in the opening minute. Kalida ball out of a timeout. Grimm into the forecourt. Hillsdale straight man, what they love. On the left sideline is Kerner. Kerner, top of the key, give it to Hoffman. On the right, Grimm comes to get it. Grimm near the top of the horn, back up front, Kerner. Kalida, nobody on the floor in double digits. 8 right now by Kerner, the best of the bunch. Gavin Lease has 12 off the bench, and that's where he is right now. Basketball on the right sideline, Kerner. 6:30 to go. Kalida by 2. Up top, basketball, Grimm driving, stopped by McFadden. Good defense. McFadden playing with 4 fouls. Hoffman on the right. Grimm comes to get it. Kalida very patient this trip, forcing Hillsdale to play D and not be impatient themselves. Grimm will drive, gets inside, laid it up and in. Grimm finally got to the rim as McFadden got switched on him. Bad matchup with him and 4 fouls. Grimm with 5. Bennett the other way. 6 minutes to go. Kalida by 4. Bennett foul line, got it poked loose, but he got it back left to the key. Back out front, Knox Lewis. He'll give it to McFadden. McFadden on the left wing, dribbling into the middle. Dropped it down low. Wide open is Knox Lewis, and he scored. Off the dish from McFadden. Knox Lewis was 7. Kalida by 2, 5:35 left. Basketball into the forecourt. Up top, Hoffman with it. Hoffman looks, waits, and give it to Kerner. On the left wing, 3-point line, back up front. High on the right is Grimm. Grimm with the ball. 5:10 to go. Kalida by 2, 44-42. The winner against Delphos St. John's tomorrow, 4:15 at UD Arena. St. John's a 61-32 win over Malvern earlier today. Kerner on the left, and he threw it away. Stolen by Lewis down the floor to the hole, laid it up and in. Kalida doesn't have a bushel full of turnovers, but Hillsdale has scored on almost every one of them, it seems. We're back even at 44, and that's 19 for Cale Lewis. Basketball right sideline. Remlinger up top. Grimm on the wing. Down low, wide open Remlinger, and he missed the layup. Rebound into the corner, out of bounds off of Hillsdale with 4:30 to go. Lease and Steckschulte will come back in. Tied at 44. Kalida ball. Kalida's committed 1 foul in the fourth quarter. Hillsdale's not committed any. Grimm up top with the ball. Will drive it to the rim. Right wing, Lease. There's a 3, and that's a line drive short. Steckschulte rebounds, put it up and in, and he got fouled. Sometimes you have that shot that is so bad, it deflects right into an offensive guy. Fortuitous bounce for Kalida. And Paul Steckschulte was 7. And an opportunity to extend a 2-point lead with 4:26 to go. 6'4" sophomore, line left. And foul shot is no good. Rebound Hoffman, steadies, back up, got it blocked. He tried to go over a double team, bad idea. Down the floor, Bennett to the rim, he missed it. Rebound Steckschulte in the backcourt. Hillsdale trying to tie him up, but instead they foul him. And the question is it McFadden or Ferguson? If it's on Hayden, he's gone. And they're gonna get Ferguson, so that's huge. Ferguson's foul, just his second. 4:13 to go. Kalida by 2 at 46-44. Grimm will come into the forecourt. Across the timeline he comes. Up top, on the left, give it to Hoffman. Hoffman the ball on the wing to Grimm. Grimm the basketball over a screen, top of the key, backdoor cut. Lease the reverse layup, good. Gavin Lease having a day. He's got 14. Came in averaging 5.5. Kalida by 4. 3:45 to go. Ferguson, top of the key. Right wing, McFadden. Thought about it. Now we'll drive it to the wing. A ball out of bounds, and it's off of McFadden. Grimm able to knock it loose. Good defense. And it goes back over to Kalida. Hillsdale turnover. That is 10 today. Kalida has 8. 3:35 to go in the ball game. Kalida by 4, 48-44. Grimm up top with it. On the left, give it to Kerner. Back to Grimm, middle of the floor. Top of the key, he'll drive it. Back out front, Steckschulte for 3. That's off the rim. Rebound, Hoffman got it knocked loose and out of bounds by Hillsdale. Kale Lewis touched it last. Hillsdale 45% this afternoon. Kalida 48%. Hillsdale 2 of 10 on 3. Kalida 5 out of 14. Hillsdale 6 of 9 from the line. Kalida 3 of 6. Right wing Grimm, he's going to try a 3. That's no good. Rebound Hoffman again. He's got a couple in the fourth quarter. Back up top, Kerner. 3:10 to go. Kalida with the ball up 4, 48-44. Grimm near the timeline, middle of the floor, on the right to Kerner. Kerner put it on the deck. Hoffman backdoor cut. Steckschulte caught it left wing, threw it away. Bad pass, but Kale Lewis, who made great effort to save it, was on the end line when he did so. So Kalida will get it back with 2:53 left. It was 40-36 Kalida after 3. Inbound, and Grimm will lob it into the backcourt, and Lee smartly lets it go and then grabs it. Hillsdale's 2 fouls, Kalida 1, 2:45 to go. Kerner top of the key to the right, back up front. Kalida can be delivered if they want. They're up 4. Foul line, Steckschulte. Turning, looking, back up front, Hoffman. Hoffman with it, driving into the middle. Stops, turn, doesn't want it. The trailer is Grimm, and his layup is good. Grimm has 7. 6-point lead, Kalida. 2:25 left. Ferguson the other way, across the timeline. Ferguson up top of the basketball. Hillsdale has not called the time today. They'll play on. And Kale Lewis 3 is short. Rebound by Kerner. Kerner into the forecourt. Steckschulte to the hole. Up and in. Suddenly it's an 8-point lead, and now Hillsdale has to call time. 2:04 to go in the ball game. 52-44 Kalida. Back to Dayton after this. Back here to Dayton, Kalida spurting in the fourth quarter. Now leads Hillsdale by 8. 2:04 to go. 52-44. Basketball into the forecourt. Bennett looking, right wing McFadden. Couldn't get a 3 off. Dropped it inside. Kale Lewis on the baseline. Giving to McFadden. The open layup is blocked and fouled. Good job by Steckschulte to block it, but he fouled him to do it. Second half shooting. Hillsdale's 5 of 18 after going 13 for 23. In the first half, they hit 56%. They're 5 of 18 second half. Meanwhile, Kalida went the other way. 10 of 24 at the half, 42%. They're 12 of 22 second half. Free throw, McFadden hit the front of the rim, no good. 10 today for McFadden. 1:48 left. Hillsdale still has 2 fouls to give. McFadden's next free throw, no good. Rebound, Steckschulte. Hillsdale's going to have to get aggressive and start fouling. Up the timeline, Kerner. Kerner to the forecourt on the right, give it a Grimm. 1:35 to go. Hillsdale's got a foul. They're down 8. Steckschulte on the right, Hoffman. Kalida can just play keep away. Right sideline, Lease, and there's a foul. 1:25 to go. Foul is going to be on Knox Lewis. His second. Team foul 3 with 85 seconds to go. Kalida, my 8, 52-44. And throwing it on the sideline, Grimm. Grimm looks, waits, lob it into the backcourt to Lease. Lease into the forecourt. Double teamed up top, Kerner. Kerner to the foul line, Grimm down low, Steck Schulte. Wide open inside, but he doesn't want it. Back up front. Cale Lewis recovered. So they lob it back up top and a foul. 1:09 to go. That's the final foul Hillsdale had to give before Kalida goes to the line. Kalida free throw shooting today, just 3 of 6. They're 65% as a team coming in. They don't shoot many. They only average 10 free throw attempts a ball game, a really low number. Inbounding Kalida. Lob it to Kerner, and he's fouled. Bennett went for the steal and hit him. But really not bad for Hillsdale. They're going to have to hope that Kalida misses free throws. 1:08 to go. And to the foul line is going to be Kerner. And that's the guy you want to foul if you're Hillsdale. He's 45% for this season. 1 of 2 today. Logan Kerner with 8. Foul line to the right. Free throw up. Good. So the 5'11 senior with 9. Well, we mentioned Kalida's balance. Nobody averaged more than 10.5 this year. 14 today for Gavin Lease off the bench. But they have 4 guys between 5 and 8. Second free throw, no good. Ball loose, and Kalida comes up with it. Went into the right corner, they recovered. They're up 9 with a minute to go. And a whistle and another foul. Ball has not bounced Hillsdale's way in this final quarter. It was 40-36 Kalida after 3. 13-8 here in the final quarter. Now Steck Schulte to the line, who's 0 for 1. He's got 9. 53-44 Kalida. Delphos St. John's waits at 28-0. The venue will change, UD Arena at 4:15. By the way, St. John's looked great against Malvern. 61-32, and they pulled everybody early. But one of these teams just wants a chance. Steck Schulte, foul shot, good. He has played very well. 10 points off the bench for the 6'4 sophomore. 57 seconds to go. It's a 10-point lead. Make it 11. Down the floor comes Hillsdale. Bennett across the timeline. 50 seconds to play. Bennett, give it up top. Cale Lewis to Ferguson. Ferguson, top of the key. Hawk trying to free himself. Fires a quick 3. Hit the rim, no. Rebound Hoffman. And a foul. Part of this crowd, the neutral side, leaving early. 39 seconds to go. Kalida, which was down 11 late in the first quarter, but suddenly has played better each and every quarter. Hillsdale led 18-13 after a quarter. Hillsdale led 30-24 at the half. But Kalida's big 16-6 edge in the third quarter gave him the lead, which is now 11. First free throw by Hoffman, no good. Hoffman, a field goal for 2 today. Second foul shot is good. Hillsdale to the forecourt, down 12, 35 seconds. Inside, Cale Lewis drives, shoots, and scores. Clock at 30 seconds. Inbounding, they give it a Grimm, and a whistle and a foul. Big afternoon in what looks like to be a losing effort today for Cale Lewis. Lewis with 21 points, 11 rebounds today. He's 10 of 16 from the floor. He has done the job. But in the end, Kalida just too much and shot it so well in the second half. To the line, Owen Grimm. Grimm has 7. All have come here in the second half for the sophomore. Kalida played Delphos St. John's very first game of the year, so that was November. St. John's beat them 45-30. Kalida is a huge favorite, or a huge underdog tomorrow. St. John's is good, no doubt about it. But Kalida will get a chance, and that's all you want. 28 seconds to go. Kalida by 10. And Grimm's foul shot, good. It has been a magical run for Hillsdale. First ever trip to the Final Four. after 3 previous runs into the regionals. First one was 55 years ago. My friend and former broadcast partner John Myers was on that Hillsdale 71 team. Hillsdale had an unbeaten team. Also, meanwhile, in 2001, that ran into LeBron James and St. V at the Fieldhouse before finishing 23-1. Left sideline jumper by Bennett, no good. That's going to do it. 15 seconds, Kalida into the forecourt. Up 58-46, and that's going to be the final. A tough way to end for Ben Ferguson and his Hillsdale Falcons as Kalida moves on into the state championship game tomorrow. 58-46, Kalida. Postgame stats and story after this. Welcome back to Wright State. It's Kalida moving on over Hillsdale 58-46 in this second D7 semifinal. In the fourth quarter, 18-10 Kalida. In the second half, 34-16 Kalida after Hillsdale led 30-24 at the half. Falcons just lost their shooting range and Kalida gained theirs. Let's go over the final numbers. Kalida for the ball game, 22 out of 46, 48%. 5 of 16, 31% from 3. Meanwhile, thank you. For Hillsdale in this one, 19 of 44, 43%. But as I mentioned, second half, Hillsdale was just 6 out of 21 shooting the basketball. Hillsdale 2 of 12 on threes. They were 0 for 7 in the second half from 3. Foul line, Kalida 9 of 14, 64%. Hillsdale 6 of 11, 54%. Kalida helped win the rebounds because of Hillsdale struggles from the floor. 30-22 in the end, and 12-8 on the offensive end. Turnovers, Hillsdale had 10, Kalida with 9. As far as individually, Kalida led by Gavin Lease off the bench, 14 for the sophomore, who had 3 of their 5 threes. 11 in the ball game for Paul Steckschulte, also off the bench. 11 points, 9 rebounds. So those two guys, 25 off the bench of Kalida's 58 points. Bench points, of course, Hillsdale very rarely went. 29 zip Kalida off the bench. Also 9 apiece for Owen Grime and Logan Kerner. 6 for Parker Vorst, and then 2 each for Nate Colley, Blake Remlinger, and Cody Recker. For Hillsdale, paced by Cale Lewis, who had a very nice game. 21 points, 11 rebounds, 4 steals for Lewis, who wound up 10 of 16 from the floor. 10 for Hayden McFadden. Unfortunately for McFadden, he had a foul trouble most of the second half. 7 for Knox Lewis, 6 for Lowen Ferguson, 2 for Troy Bennett. We were tied 3 times, that's it. Lead changed hands 5 times. But in the end, Kalida owned the second half after Hillsdale owned the first. 58-46, Kalida moving on. One final break, and we'll wrap things up here at Wright State after this. Back here at Wright State, wrapping it up. One final piece of business, our Illusion screen printing player of the ball game. That was easy. That was Kale Lewis. Lewis, 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 steals today. And he is our Illusion screen printing player of the ball game. And that'll put a wrap on our season here on Worcester Radio at FM 102.9 AM 960. And on our YouTube or Local Sports OH. Thank you very much to the sponsors who helped make it happen and all the guys behind the scenes that have done the job. Jonathan Schilling on the technical side. He's back in studio today. Normally he's the filmer for all of our YouTube stuff as well. Riley, of course, his Robin to Jonathan's Batman, helping out for Pete Norman. And for Ron Hamilton, I'm Mike Breckenridge. Appreciate you being with us all season for another season of hoops here on Worcester Radio. Hillsdale took us to the semis, but the Falcons fall. Their special season ends 20-8. Kalida moving on 17-11, and we'll try and deal with Delphos St. John's tomorrow afternoon at UD Arena. Final score for the final time here at Wright State. It was Kalida 58 and Hillsdale 46. Mike Breckenridge saying so long. And thanks for listening, everybody.